Today is the last day of NaNoWriMo 2025. How did I do? Not that great, as you will be able to see from my stats here. But to be honest, I'm not mad about it. I have been trying to get back into writing and I'm still working to get there. So this is honestly great progress for me. But why do I have some time and some words? Well, here's how I was breaking it down. I was doing a lot of outlining still in November. To be honest, did not do Preptober. Things were just a little crazy for me to do that. So honestly, the first part of November did not have much done at all, as you will also be able to see from the stats. I mean, the very first day of stats starts on November 11th, already almost halfway through the month. As you can see, I started actually working on this about halfway through November. So I was already very behind. And honestly, I didn't really set a goal for myself. I was just like, you know what? We're just going to try to do the best we can. That's the goal. And again, I had words and I had time because I did a lot of outlining in November. And if I was actually outlining, that was time. If I was working on actually drafting, actually writing the words, or even writing down other ideas in my Google Doc, then that was the words. But that's how I made this work. And as it's the last day of NaNoWriMo and almost 9 p.m., I am going to try to do some more. This is going to be a little late night thing. So here's my goal. I want to try to finish outlining this. I already know where I'm going with the rest of this. As to how much more there is, that I'm not quite sure. But I know where I'm going. So I want to finish this. And I also want to figure out my plan for November. Am I planning on actually trying to draft all of this? That's another thing entirely. Let's get to writing. Here's how we're going to do this. I am going to do 15-minute sprints, at least 15. I might do more, but we're going to start with 15 minutes and see how I do with that. I am currently working on a 2 POV book. I am currently in the latter half of the second act. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the current structure setup of the book, but I feel like that is an editing me problem, possibly drafting me, but more of an editing me problem. So I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to figure out where we're even headed with the story and go from there. But I had been splitting up each act. So like Act 1, the first part of Act 2, the second part of Act 2, and then the Act 3 by color. And right now we're working with pink because we're in that second half. I've also have pink note cards that I worked with on the other person. So one has pink pen, one has pink cards. That's how I've been doing that. But whenever I get to Act 3, it's going to be green note cards and red pen because I just liked how the flow set up with blue, purple, pink, red. Note cards, I sadly did not have that luxury, but we're going to make it still work and it's fine. Next big goal is to get to where I can use red pen. But until I can use red pen, we're just going to keep going. It's going to be fine. Pink pen is still, like I said, that's second half of Act 2. I think if I'm going by the Save the Cat structure, which is what I'm currently doing, not sure how I quite feel about it, but that's what I'm currently doing. Working with that, I am after the midpoint, but not to Act 3 yet. That's pink pen. The first goal is to get to red pen. Hopefully I can finish the rest of it entirely, but we'll see. So let's get to it. All right, I got myself some tea, some peppermint tea, because like I said, it is 9 o'clock and it is time to start the timer and the music. By music, I just mean lo-fi. Let's go. Alright, so that was 15 minutes and I actually feel like I did really dang good. I wrote 5 note cards and each one has a decent amount on it in that 5 minutes. And I am on the last, or one of the last, I think it's either 1 to 2 cards left before I hit Act 3 for Daisy. So I have I'm writing a dual POV. One is named Cora, the other one is DeLacy, although I've been calling her Daisy because I like the name Daisy and I feel like it's a nice, cute little nickname for her. Although, does she deserve a nice, cute little nickname? It's another thing entirely, but you know, it's fine. So, I am currently writing Daisy on the white cards and she is almost in her red, and after I finish that, I will wrap up Cora's. She's currently in her pink still, because her, you know, her pink is, they both have pink for this part. And hers is almost done as well. So, I'm feeling really good. I think where I'm feeling the most unsure about this plotting and everything, this outline, is they're hitting the milestones at very different times. But I'm working with the Save the Cat just to try it out, and I don't know if I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these as like my outline, of course, but I'm gonna allow myself some freedom whenever it comes to the actual writing. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do this because I've only finished one other first draft, and that one ended up less than 50,000 words. That one finished off at 38,315 words as a first draft of a full novel. So obviously it could use some work still. Like that one, I do want to go back at some point and completely rewrite it, but this one should actually be more of a substantial first draft. That's what I'm hoping for. That one, the one that was only about 38,000, that one I pantsed and I feel like I need a little bit more of a roadmap. So that's what I'm trying with this one, is I'm trying to do more of a full roadmap. It is overall a pretty detailed outline. I mean, like, you can see how many is here, and some note cards are completely full. Some of them are very short, where it's literally just like one sentence. Other ones, let me see if I can find one. There's a lot of them that are at least half, if not like completely full. Honestly, this is a pretty detailed outline, pretty detailed note cards, and I'm feeling really good about them. I think it's time for another sprint. Let's do it. I had a couple minutes to, you know, give my hands a break because this pen, I think, is making them freaking hurt. I'm also trying to write really fast. Like, again, I wrote 5 note cards that were at least half a note card a piece in 15 minutes. So my hands are, they're killing me. Here's the other thing. I did another hour, over an hour writing earlier today because I did a writing sprint stream. Like, I didn't do the sprint stream, but I joined in on the sprints of somebody's stream earlier today. So I've already got all of that in, 359 words and an hour and 10 minutes. And the hour and 10 minutes I was doing this. So my hand, she ain't doing the hottest. She's not loving this, but we're gonna keep going because I'm feeling really freaking good and I think I might be able to get this done. If not, I'll be really dang close, and I will be okay with that. Because again, I do also still want to kind of plan out what I'm gonna do in December, or how I'm going, when I want all of this tapped up and good to go. You know, my first draft completed. That's the goal. So let's get to it. Let's do it. Although I just had an idea. I think I want to do it before my birthday. My birthday is like late March. And I think that'd be a pretty good goal. So I would have December, January, February, and most March. Let's see if I can do that. We'll see. But for now, we're gonna get back to this. We're gonna do 20. Let's do it. Time's up. So that writing sprint, that 20-minute writing sprint, I feel like went really well. I completed both Cora and Daisy's pinks, so now they're both and they're at 3. So I think, how many did I write? I don't even know. I didn't keep track of how many note cards I wrote. I just know that they're both in at 3 and I feel great about that. And I want to keep going because I feel great about it. So that's what we're going to do. So right now I'm currently at 35 minutes worth of sprinting. I'm going to do another 15-minute sprint because it is almost 10 o'clock. Like it's literally 9:50 right now. So I'm just going to do another 15-minute sprint for the moment and then go from there. I think that would be the best idea because I do still need to go to sleep at some point because I do have to work in the morning. Although I would literally work right here, right next to where I'm currently at, because I'm feeling so good about this that I want to keep going because I want to figure out how to write all this up afterwards. She could just keeps growing and growing and growing, and I love it. And this thing, I think honestly what I'm gonna do is I might just get a new one of these every single time to keep these little things. We'll see. I don't know for sure. It's an idea. The other idea I've had is to just hole punch these probably on this side and then just string them all together. We'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I haven't hated this method. This method's actually been feeling pretty good. The only thing is though, is it's kind of clunky to bring around. Like I had to go to the coffee shop and I brought my one laptop bag. I couldn't fit it in there, so I had to like hold it weird. And if I brought a backpack, I would have been fine. But I was doing work stuff at the coffee shop, so I didn't feel like I could. I was gonna do work stuff and then write a little bit for my lunch. And so I didn't feel like I could bring my backpack because I needed my work bag. It was just chaos. But I haven't hated this actual method, especially since I'm mainly at home now. I'm not constantly going back and forth, so it's been honestly pretty convenient. It's been working out pretty well. We'll see if it keeps going. I don't know. But anyways, let's do another 15-minute sprint. We're gonna zip it and do another sprint. I have not drank much tea though. I'm gonna do another tea drink. So I think that's what we're gonna call it a night because my iPhone ain't liking me filming anymore. It's apparently my storage is full, so we're gonna have to figure something out. But I feel like I did pretty good there too. I got another 4, almost 5 cards, and I think part of another, and I figured out what else I'm gonna be doing because I did have something I needed to figure out. And I got all that done, and then this 15 minutes. So that is a total of 50 minutes on top. So I've written it 2 hours today, which is honestly the best I've done since I've started this. So I'm gonna take it and I am gonna call it a night. Did I complete the all of the note cards? No, but I am almost there and I need to figure something else out anyways to keep this going. So we're just gonna call it good. I hope you guys enjoyed. By the time this does come up, I know it's gonna be December and I am gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. And so I might just figure that out and then come back and do more of this. I think that's what I like because I can't do it right now. Have a good night. Bye. Thanks for watching.